Well, good morning, babies. Hi. Hey there. Little cutie pies, little sugar butts, little dandelions. I don't know. This is a general message, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Use your own intuition, use your own discernment. Only you know your story, and only you can agree. You can only, you know what I mean. You get me. You get me. I'm not re-recording this for that. I don't edit. Okay. The song I got on shuffle here is A Country Boy Can't Survive by Hank Williams Jr. The preacher man says it's the end of time and the Mississippi River, she's a-going dry. The interest is up and the stock market's down, and you only get mugged if you go downtown. I live back in the woods, you see, my woman and the kids and the dogs and me. I got a shotgun, a rifle, and a four-wheel drive, and a country boy can't survive. Country folks can't survive. I can plow a field all day long. I can catch fish from dusk till dawn. We make our own whiskey and our own smoke too. Ain't too many things these old boys can't do. We go griddle tomatoes in the homemade wine, and a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. Because you can't starve us out and you can't make us run, because we're them old boys raised on shotguns. Ooh, I have goosebumps from that. Yes. We say grace and we say ma'am. And if you ain't into that, we don't give a damn. We come from West Virginia coal mines and the Rocky Mountains and the western skies. And we can skin a buck and we can run a trout line. And a country boy can survive. Country boy can survive. Okay. So what I'm getting here, especially because it's like the preacher man says it's the end of time. Like your responsibility here, because like if you're around a lot of like negative Nancy's, negative people, it is your responsibility to entrain them up to a higher vibration. So I'm seeing like you as the country person, the country folk, that, you can survive in any situation. And that could be, people just like negative feeding off of each other. Oh yeah, well I saw this and I heard this and this world is going to shit in a handbasket. Just all this like, and then like gossiping and like all of this. It's your responsibility to, for one, not get affected by that, because you're at a higher vibration. You need to entrain these people up to that. And so what I'm getting here is doing it in a way that like actually works, instead of being like, well, you're a piece of shit for gossiping. That's adding to the negativity. Because we do, and it's crazy because the last time I used this deck, the Empress fell out first. So this is like, and I shuffled the shit out of these cards, I promise. So, and this fell out first, and I was like, what? Okay. So you need to bring a loving approach to this, and whether it be like, just joking around, or also her back is kind of turned. So that could be like you just simply leading by example and like trotting off from the negativity and like doing something fun, or like joking around, changing the vibration and leading by example. And I'm definitely getting like a nurturing, loving energy, like bringing that instead of like, well, you're a fucking piece of gossiping shit. Like, like don't bring that energy into it. Like, so it's like your responsibility to, take it how, like, there's no gender in tarot, right? It's just energies. I'm seeing that as like you being like the parent, like the mama, the dad, to these people that are in this lower vibration, because we have the King of Wands in reverse, and that's like insecurities, popping off, getting angry just for no damn reason, just like no control of their anger. Say like someone's just reckless and shitty and like trying to be controlling and like stop somebody's plans, because we have the Two of Wands, which is the Two of Chilies in this deck, in reverse as well. So like trying to stop somebody from like taking action, just like sabotage, weird stuff like that, trying to block somebody's blessings with the Star in reverse, just weird yucky stuff. It's your responsibility, like see it as like you're their parent, and you, not like that you need to tell them what to do, but more like a, maybe parents isn't the right word, like you're a mentor. But be careful not to tell people what to do. Do it more as like a good teacher would, is like, oh well, you're welcome to try this, but you know, I would do this, I'm doing this. And like, so lead by example and teach by example. And you know, people are going to start paying attention, because you know, they're going to be like, well, why is this person so happy? There's a reason. You know, you're like, because you're working on your vibration. So it's your responsibility, you know, to these people that are like, and then this is also just unhealed energy, like show them how they can, you know, bring that light and that higher vibration to them. I live back in the woods, you see, like, so you live in your own space, you live, you know, like show people it's okay to like follow your own path, your own, move to your own rhythm. And you're meant to bring, because this Four of Wands fell directly on the Empress, you're meant to bring this like celebration, this good feeling. I'm still seeing it as like home, like you're meant to like change. When they always say, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Like, so you gotta be the happy person, you gotta be you gotta make it a happy home by raising the vibration and bringing celebration, community, everything. Yeah, these people might really suck, and you're like, I do not want to be nice to these people because like they're just awful to me. But like, it's your responsibility. You don't have to be like kissing their ass or anything, but just bringing this higher vibration of like not letting, because a country boy can't survive, country but folks can't survive, like not letting the negative energy affect you, and you still staying in this high vibration and like bringing this like community and creativity and happiness and celebration to like wherever you are, and helping others like follow that. Like just by you doing that, they're gonna follow suit. And I'm also seeing like, like with this Four of Cups, the Four of Jugs is like, you see how he's like not seeing it. It's almost like you need to ignore the negativity, like just not see it. Like just don't play into it, don't bite, don't grab, don't fall into the trap. You know, it's your responsibility to stay in that higher vibe and bring, even with, if these people just suck, just it's still your responsibility, because you are at this higher vibration, you're doing the work. So you have the ability to change the whole environment just by, you know, staying diligent on that. And we have the King of Cactus in reverse. So like, this is telling me not to get hung up on the physical world. Like, see what you're seeing. You're like, oh, but these people suck, they're awful, they're, you know, this, they're that. Do not get like hung up on like what you're seeing physically, because like that's what the King of Pentacles does, the King of Cactus in this deck. It's in reverse, they get hung up on just the material realm. They're very superficial, obsessed with just the material things, that type of thing. Don't get hung up on like what you're seeing, and like keeping that forward thinking of like, okay, if I get into a higher vibration and I bring that outward and like joke with people, like stay happy, exit the conversation and go do something else and be happy, that's going to change things. You have to keep that forward thought of like, what's happening right now, you can shift. And we have the King of Swords upright, so that I swear almost every deck that I have, the King of Swords has this like little like knowing smirk, but in a different way. Like, I love it. So like, I'm seeing that as like using your wit, and since he does have a little smirk, like use your wit, your humor to like shift the energy. Like, obviously you're gonna need to use your voice, but don't call people out. Don't be a dick. Like, don't be like, oh, well, you're a gossiping piece of shit. Like, don't bring that energy. Don't add to it. Don't add to the yuckiness. Just bring it to where you shift the energy and they'll follow suit. So that's like joking, witty, a fucking nap. All right. So like joking, witty, like bring that, like, or like start, ask people like, oh, so what do you like? What's your favorite food? Like shift it to like a more community-based conversation of, but to like about like more high vibe things. Like, oh, so what do you like? What's your dream vacation? That type of stuff. But I'm definitely seeing with that little smirk he's got is like, use that wit you have, use that cleverness, that humor that you have to like change the narrative, change the environment. Even though you see the bullshit and you're like, oh God, this is just disgusting. Like, a country boy can't survive. Do not let it affect you. Keep those high boundaries. Pray up, whatever you need to do to not let this shit affect you. And we have the Prospector. I will find joy in the process. I'm seeing this as like you, like finding those opportunities to like turn it into like a joke and turn it into like a fun like laugh fest instead of like a bitch fest. You know what I'm saying? Like, a preacher man, you only get mugged if you go downtown. Like, just all this like negative energy, negative talking, like, the world's ending, I tell you, whatever. See it as an opportunity to say like whatever they're talking about, like, that's when you can turn it into a joke, or like, or you could say, if they are saying like, oh, the world's always ending, you're like, yeah, the world is always ending. Like, every year they find something, just like, and then like lighten it and then shift the energy, shift the conversation, and keep using these like uncomfortable, annoying energies, conversations, whatever, as opportunities to spin it and turn it into gold. And an opportunity for you to learn and be better, like be a better leader. And we have the henchman. And it says, I will collaborate with others to achieve amazing things. So this is like going back to that community. Yes, they've been shitty to you. Yes, they've been awful. But the only way that we're going to turn this energy, this world, into a higher vibration is by, learning to get along with people that just fucking suck. Honestly, like, how to deal with them. And on like what I'm getting here is like, by you having this community-based mindset and like wanting to, change the vibration, that's going to change these people into someone that like will actually be respectful to you. Like, they're going to follow you, they're going to respect you. That doesn't mean you have to be their friend and forgive and forget, like, and you're just besties with them. But it's good to get along and like have that community to where you're not like having to like sprint away from them. So it's definitely like trying to, learn about people and create that community. And that's going to help just get, once you learn about somebody, you're like, all right, you can forgive them, you can move on. And, it doesn't mean you have to be like besties with them or like super close with them, but like you can at least respect them and know where they came from with their shitty ass behavior if you get to learn. If you get to learn about them, learn about what they've come from and all that jazz. Man, I'm like having a hard time talking today. Yeah, and so we have the Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Like, this might be you alone doing this, because this is like loneliness. I'm seeing that as like you alone might have to do this until like somebody else starts seeing what you're doing and like catching on and like picking up what you're throwing down. And I don't see it happening for very long that you're having to do this like alone, but just know that don't expect others to like lead, and especially if you're the one doing the work wherever you are, it's your responsibility to take the reins and change the narrative. And you might just be prepared to be the only one doing it for a while until people start realizing and seeing what you're doing and feeling what you're doing and understanding it. And just use your intuition with this moon card. You know what to do. You know when to use your wit or when to just like walk away and not indulge in anything and just, go be happy somewhere else. Just use your own discernment and intuition. You'll know the right thing. You know the right path to do on what to do. Man, I'm going to end it there because I don't know why I can't talk today. All right, I hope you have a wonderful day, babies. I love you so much. I hope this message made sense because apparently I'm like tongue-tied. Y'all got me nervous. Stop. I love you, babes. Have a great day.